We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tận thịnh, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh, tịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giáo đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh thoát từ ly khổ đắc lạc, tốc chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sa Đàn Thù Su Chế Đô Ye La Hư Đi Sa Miao San Pu Tô Xie. Nam mô Ta Tác Tha Tu Ya Đa Ya A La Ha Đế Tam Miao Tam Bồ Đà Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one true and actual principles. Wu sheng 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 wei miao fa bai qian wan jie nan zao yu. 我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Huineng, Great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good knowing advisors of Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨、六祖、师父上人、各位出家人、各位上智师、弥陀佛。chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa lục tổ, hòa thượng Tiến Hóa, quý thầy cô và các vị thiện tri thức A Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone. Today is the 25th of February 2023. We gathered here at Way Mountain Temple to continue discussing the Sixth Patriarch Sutra. We're on chapter 3, doubts and questions, and towards the end of it, on slide number 111. So the Sixth Patriarch right now is telling the assembly a verse, a no-mark verse that will now enable them to cultivate properly. All right, let's jump right into it. If able to drill wood to make fire, if a red petal lotus can surely spring from the mud, good medicine is bitter to the taste.
若能钻木出火，淤泥定生红莲，苦口是良药。
Okay, so commentary on slide 112. It said, if you drill the wood, you drill it properly, you can surely make fire out of it. It's a fact. Okay? There's a skill to it. The raw material is there, the wood is there, so if you know how to do it right, you will produce fire. And that's what is meant by a red petal lotus will surely spring from mud, meaning that the mud creates a condition for lotus to grow, and so that's why it's a fact. It's a fact that lotuses sprout from the mud. And another fact that the master also talked about is good medicine is bitter to the taste. Okay? Good medicine is not meant for you to enjoy. Medicine serves a purpose. So whether it's bitter or sweet, it really doesn't matter. The point is that whatever it is, and particularly people complain that good medicine is bitter, it's a fact. It's bitter because it can help you, can save your life. Okay? 113. Advice is harsh to the ear, must be loyal words. Correcting failings will definitely produce wisdom. Covering up one's flaws, the mind is not worthy.
逆耳必是忠言，改过必生智慧，护短心内非贤。
All right. Furthermore, he says, commentary, slide 114. You keep on hearing about this. Good advices are the ones that are harsh to the ears. Okay? When he uses the word loyal words here, he's referring to if you are really a loyal subject to the king, you should not be afraid to speak harsh words to the emperor's ears even. That's the test of loyalty. You're not afraid to lose your head. You're not afraid to contradict the emperor for the good of the country, for the empire. All right? Same thing. If you really want, sometimes you need to make sacrifices and take chances. You want to give advices. Sometimes they need to be harsh to the people you care for. All right? Why is that harsh to the ears? Because they're offensive to your ego. Okay? The ego insists on being right and doesn't like being told that's wrong or is overlooking certain aspects of the problem. Listen, look at yourself. Actually, look right now inside yourself. You're so sure of yourself, aren't you? You're so sure of what you want to know, what you know, what you want to do. And that's why good advices are harsh to your ears, because it provokes your ego, challenges your status quo. And the ego doesn't like it. The ego wants to feel comfortable. He wants to be in the familiar. And loyal words here refers to the fact the emperor is never wrong. Supposedly, in Asian culture, the emperor is the son of God. He's carrying out the will of the gods. How dare you go against the will of the gods? And that's the nature of the ego. It cannot be questioned. That's why they're autocrats. Okay? They're very egotistical. They secure their autocracy. They want to remain in power at any cost. They will kill, they will steal, they will delude themselves. Just watch them, you see, right there. And if you dare give them advices that are harsh to the ears, you lose your life. And that's a test of loyalty. If you're really loyal, you shouldn't be afraid to speak your mind. Any problems with this? And that's why these autocrats, these emperors, who are really, really limited people, they only surround themselves with yes men. They kill anyone who opposes them, who oppose them. Okay? And they're only dooming themselves. And that's you. We're not talking about any emperor, but you. You're the emperor in your mind, in your world. Who else is more important than you? If that's how you feel, then you tend to avoid emperor advices that are harsh to your ears. Correcting failings will definitely produce wisdom. And this is Chan. In order for you to have more wisdom, you have to stop making mistakes. Making mistakes can be thought of as creating offenses. Is that clear? You create offenses, it's very hard for you to make progress and produce wisdom. But guess what? Ordinary people do not dare look at their failings, their mistakes. Why? Because it hurts. It's unpleasant. See, the prior line is that harsh advices come from outside. Correcting failings here refers to you looking at your own faults. I'm not talking about to be able to detect faults. That's a different topic. We're talking about you're wrong. Your instinct tells you something is wrong, but you don't dare look at it. Sounds familiar? Huh? That's what we all do every day. If we know something is wrong, we gloss over it and move on to something else. Yes? That's why they don't get any more wisdom by the day. Covering up one's flaws, the mind is not worthy. This is what small people do. They cover up the flaws. They pretend. It's not pretending. Pretending is it's a one form of covering up. Covering up here refers to you do whatever it takes to hide it. That's what small people do. They're afraid to be discovered. They lie, they cheat, they pretend. They do whatever it takes to cover up the flaws. And guess what? The flaws grow bigger. You cover it up, it grows. You make more mistakes. You take your flaws as de facto. It's normal. That's the worst yet. And when people bring up your flaws, what happens? You resent them. You run away from them. You criticize them. And that's a form of covering. Those are forms of covering up your flaws. Resentment is a form of denial of your own flaws. Did you realize that? Anyone has resentment? No? Just me. I'm the only one who has resentment. Okay? Resentment is a very strong form of denial. Excuse me. Oh, poor innocent people. Okay. I happened to look in her direction. I wasn't directing the comment at her. You got me wrong. Okay? If you cover up your flaws, you know what? You nurture your small-minded nature. You're not a worthy person. Why is it a big deal? Yes, sir.
Master, I don't cover up my flaws. I'm aware of my flaws, but they don't go away. I have had resentments for years, and I wanted to get rid of it, but it never went away. And over time, I just forgot the incident a little bit. But every time I think about it, the resentment also comes up. So there are covering up, and then there is also not covering up, but persisting.
It doesn't say, does it say that when you're not covering up, it goes away? You're reading more into it than it says. It says, if you're covering up, you're not worthy. Your mind is not that a worthy person. You cover up, you have no chance. You don't cover up, at least there's a chance. You cover up, that's it. You know what happens when you consistently cover up? No one will touch you anymore. Because it's a waste of time. You beat around the bush, passive aggressive. You make excuses. You're always coming up with excuses. That's covering up. Yes?
Yes.
You know such people? I'm asking you. This is not coincidental. I'm looking at you. You know anyone who covers up? Huh? Okay? Those people are not worthy. That's why we avoid them. This is a reminder for you. If you find people who keep on covering up, don't touch them, because you lose. They come up with excuses after excuses. Sound familiar? You know such people? Every time we talk to them, I say, oh, no, I can explain this kind of thing. Every single time they have an excuse. It's not my fault. It's never their fault. It's something else. You want them to go away, that's different. Okay? If you want to make your mistakes go away, your flaws go away, you have to do something else. But if you cover up, you have no chance. What happens is this becomes baked into your nature. That's how you eventually become a demon, because they cover up, they deny that they're destructive. They deny that they're evil. They cover up. Actually, there's another similar saying that says, if you cover up, it's evil. So if you will, you say evil is the opposite of worthy. But you see, the problem with the people who cover up, if you listen to this and you approach them, Master just said you should not cover up. It's like, I don't cover up. You got me all wrong. Give me an excuse why I cover up. You give me an excuse, but I have an explanation for that. You see? That's why they cannot be touched. You don't want to touch people, the kinds of people who always have an excuse for everything. That's wrong with them. You avoid them, I avoid them. I don't touch them. You touch them, they will bite you. You touch them too hard, if you insist, they will bite you. That's why you don't touch it. You do not. You talk like the Chinese, the Asian like you. You talk obliquely. You don't confront them and say, this is your problem? No. You talk obliquely. You say, I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but you know that person we all know, and she covers up, and so forth. Okay? And this is what happens to her. You confront them, you can't win. If they cover up. That's wisdom. You understand now? There's some people you cannot touch. Yes, number 3.
The people that cover up their flaws, are they conscious of their flaws, or are they lying to themselves?
Are they conscious? Yes, it's a conscious decision to cover up.
Uh-huh.
To come up with an excuse requires ingenuity. Think about it. It shows how naive you are. Try to cover up one of these days. You see how ingenious your mind is. You're a professor. That's why you don't need to do these things. You say, I'm the boss. I don't like you. I give you an F. Okay?
Yes.
That's why you protect it. It's sad. We risk our lives working in corporate America so that you can get fired and, mutilated any time that our bosses feel like. Okay, there's nothing we can do about you. And on the other hand, he's untouchable. You fool professor, right?
Yes, I was.
There you go. You were a full professor. Untouchable. That's the kinds of people we don't touch either. Okay? I know quite a few full professors. They talk down to me constantly. Every time they open their mouth, they're so sure. I'm not talking about you. I just happen to look at you. Don't be so defensive. I'm not like that, he's about to say. Okay? The concept of worthy is that it's worthwhile to come near you, to draw near you. It's not about worthy that you deserve to be worshipped or whatever. Worthy to me is that you're approachable. You're human. There's something salvageable about you, something good about you. Okay? That's worth drawing near. If you're not worthy, then it's a waste of time. Think about it. If you cover up your flaws constantly, you're isolating yourself. That's all you're doing. No one is fooled. No one. Trust me. People know. Okay? Okay? Worthy here. On the high end means it's something it's someone who's worthy to be your role model. At a low end of the spectrum, a worthy person is someone worth spending time with. Okay? Worth drawing near. I will not spend time with someone who's not worthy because I feel it's a waste of my time. Next, 115. Every day, constantly practice a beneficial conduct. Attaining the way does not result from giving money. Bodhi only can be searched in the mind.
日用常行饶益，成道非由施钱，菩提指向心密。
Okay, let me backtrack a little bit for your sake. Okay, what he's been doing. Okay, remember he says the three things start with you want to cultivate by yourself. By yourself, this is the environment where he says you can be at home, you cultivate by yourself. You don't need a good no advisor. But here's what are the requirements. Number one, must be principles. Number two, you must be yielding. Number three, patient. Okay, principle meaning you know what's right and wrong. Yes? Clearly in your mind. Covering up is not right, for example. Okay? Lying is not right. You know in your heart, you know it's wrong already. It's unprincipled to lie. Okay? Number two, yielding. Why yielding? Because you practice by yourself. Okay? That's why when you see people, you need to learn to yield. Yes? Number three, patient. Okay? Patience is a nature of cultivation. The patience of when you face a difficult situation, patience will buy you enough time to come up with a solution. If not, you're not patient, you quit, you withdraw, and the problem is still there. Is that clear? So these are the three components, requirements you must have. Principle, what's right and wrong. You do not manipulate people. You do not steal. You do not lie. Those are unprincipled things to do. Don't think that people don't understand. Only stupid people would fall for it. The ones who are worthy to be your teacher look at you and say, they don't even say anything. There's a smile. Okay, you want to? I'll have it. I'm going to fight you. You're too small to worry about. You understand? You need to have principles. Things you don't do, you violate them, you'll not be taught. That's the worst thing possible. It's a small part. When people stay away from you, that's nothing. The worst part is that if the good teachers look at you and say, I'm not going to touch you with 10 football, you're dead. You will never change. You sink deeper and deeper and deeper. Yielding and patient. Is that clear? And then he says, there's certain things that are factual. Okay? Pay attention. Good advices are harsh to the ears. So when people praise you, ignore it. But when people are saying things that really are offensive to you, are very harsh to the ears, that's when you pay attention. Is that clear? The praises are meaningless because, hey, I have already. You praise it or not, I still have it. Yes? Right? There's nothing for you. But when it's harsh to you, so, wait a minute. Am I that way, really? That's when you have time. There's a chance for you to reflect. And you should be grateful. Instead of, why do you criticize me? How dare you don't understand me. Sounds familiar? No, you don't understand me. Okay? You want wisdom? You have to correct your mistakes. And don't ever try to cover up your flaws. Because it becomes a response, reflex response for you. No, it's not like that. Let me tell you why. Is that clear? These are the major mistakes that people make when they cultivate. This is funny. The other day, someone asked me, tell me what's my level, what I need to improve. Suppose a person who doesn't want to hear harsh words is not willing to correct the failings and tend to cover up the flaws. You think I'm going to say anything? Master, I want to improve. What is my level? What do I need to improve? If you want to improve, I need to say something harsh to your ears. Huh? Well, you won't like it. And then you're not willing to correct your failings. And then, if I point out your flaws, no, there's a reason for that. You're never wrong. If you like that, you think I'm going to give you advices? I'm going to point out what you need to do to fix your problems? Heck no. I will give you a drink. I give you tea. I give you things that are pleasant to you. Why? Because it costs nothing to me. To give you harsh advices harsh to the ears, it's very expensive because you're going to end up hating me and then bad-mouthing me to others. You see? And he says, okay, the current slide, every day, constantly practice the beneficial conduct. Beneficial conduct, let's talk about it, is what? Benefit others. Your mind is to benefit others instead of benefiting yourself. Yeah, every day is that, what can I get out of this? How do I get what I want? That's benefiting yourself. That's not cultivation. Oh, we have a problem here. Yes, sir.
Master, I know we talked about the earlier session to the corporate environment. In situations like that, when we see other people are competitive and want to manipulate you or keep you down so that they can grow up, how do you find to benefit them? It's nice in an environment like this, we can feel more wanting to be benefit to others, but the outside world is not like that.
Then come here. Stay here. Don't go out in the outside world. We're good people. Thank you. Anyone else would like to say anything else? Who says we can solve all the ills of the world? We can't. That's why we're here. We're hiding here behind our four walls and meditate. Okay, so what do? What can you do when people are like that? First of all, it's predicated upon one thing. You see the problem with that question? The assumption is that he's afraid to get hurt. It's going to be harsh to the ears, let me tell you. You're afraid to get hurt, aren't you? You're afraid to lose. So all of a sudden he's in samadhi. See how wonderful it is? I help him enter samadhi just like that. He says, it's too hard to me. I'm not going to touch his. You're afraid to get hurt. Yes?
I got hurt, trying to help people who want to take advantage of me.
That's why you're still afraid to get hurt. He's making excuses. It sounds like he's making excuses, doesn't it? What? What did I do? Oh, this is from the chi thing. When someone, I say, what? What are you trying to tell me? Go here. Too discreet. I'm raw. You say, hey. You got hurt, and that scares you. You don't want to get hurt again. Whereas for us, you hurt me, I will not be scared. That's a difference. You cannot help people unless you're willing to be hurt by them. You'll be afraid to be hurt by them, don't help them. Why do you cross your legs? Because it hurts. It's going to end up hurting more than they can hurt you. That's why you no longer are afraid. Does it make sense? You're hurting yourself. You say, I don't want to, but I'm told I must endure it and endure more and more and more. You're hurting yourself more and more and more. That's how stupid you are. The only one to blame is you. I simply open my big mouth and say, don't unbuckle. I didn't say anything else, but you the one says, I don't unbuckle. It's going to hurt more. It's going to hurt more. It's going to hurt more. At some point in time, you're hurting yourself so much that others can no longer hurt you as much. That's how you become stronger. To become stronger requires two things. Someone beats you up, you don't run away. Yes? That's how you become stronger. They beat you up. Okay? You get stronger. And the other way is that you hurt yourself more and more and more and more. That's Chan training. The scary part about the Chan training is that it hurts more and more, and you're learning to resist the temptation to run away. That's Chan training. To quit, that's Chan training. You don't quit, you become stronger. And guess what? Next time, it hurts a bit more. And you don't run away, you become stronger and a little bit stronger. Then, when people hurt you, so, you yelling at me, you threatening me, that's nothing compared to what I do to myself. Okay, so you help them and they hurt you. You expect to be hurt when you help others. Isn't that there some kind of expression that says, no good deed goes unpunished? It's so true. It's so Buddhist. You help others, there's a price to pay, folks. Don't hurt, make me feel better. That's for weaklings. That's not us. Okay? And if you train yourself with that kind of, those types of practices, you reach a point where you no longer are afraid to be hurt. That's when you can really, really help others. Because, bottom line is when you help others, you have to pay the price. You cannot help. Help doesn't come free for you. It's free to them, but it's not free for you. Isn't that right? You give someone, a homeless person, some money for food, you take a loss already. Every time we help someone, we're taking a loss. It's not for free for us. That's what Chan can never be, a commercial activity. We help. True help, okay? True Chan practice, we have to take a loss. We can't expect to gain. We're supposed to benefit others. That's Chan. The more advanced you become, the more you think of benefiting others. Constantly. Why do you also say every day? Every day constantly? You see how demanding this practice is? Every day. 24 hours a day. Constantly. That's 24 hours a day. Every day is 365 days out of the year. Constantly is 27/4. Or is it 24/7? Sorry. You Americans are just so difficult to... 24/7. That's us. 24/7. That's every day, constantly. The American is stealing from Chan. He asked me. That's our standards. We benefit others, meaning that every time we benefit someone, we're taking a loss. Okay? It costs us to help others. There's no other ways. Can you think of something you benefit others, you gain from it? Please. Inspire me. I will build that into my syllabus. Yes, silver hair.
Actually, I thought it was white, but thanks for the demotion. I would think that reaching the point where your appetite or your tolerance for suffering is much greater than it was before you started practicing Chan. I would think this is not only a help to you, but it's going to be a help to everybody else you interface with.
Help more, yes. You do more and more and more. That's what's missing in this phrase here. Every day, constantly practice more beneficial conduct. If I am allowed to change this phrase, I would say more. American style. This is Chinese. My American style is practice more beneficial conducts. That's how tough we are. The Asians, they're weak. That's why the only thing, every day, constantly practice the beneficial conduct, right? The beneficial conduct. I'm saying, for you American disciples, every day, constantly practice more beneficial conducts. Yes, number 6.
Thank you, Master. I'm trying to becoming better person, at the workplace and at home. So Sometimes I'm doing good at the person, and sometimes I'm solving some problem at the workplace. But yeah, after that, but on the other hand, kind of a breaking mind arises to me. So, oh, you do good, something like that. That's why I'm kind of, in the end, I feel, oh, I'm not naturally good deed to others, just only, oh, you manipulate to the other people, something like that. So how am I supposed to get rid of that kind of thinking arise? Just stop.
What thinking that you want to get rid
After
of?
good deed or after nice to the person at the workplace, and then same time I'm thinking, oh, like breaking mind. Oh, you do good, something like that.
Yeah, you're so petty. Drop the pettiness. When you give, when you help someone, as soon you're done helping, you forget it.
Yeah, theoretically I know, but yeah, the mind happened to me at the same time.
And you done? What? See, as soon you're done, drop it. That's all. Forget it. Move on. Because the 1 second you think, oh, I did good, that's a waste of time. It does nothing for you. Zero benefit when you say, oh, I did good, I'm such a nice person. It's absolutely useless. Inflate your ego, that's all it does. As soon as you're done helping, move on. That's all. If you do that, then it becomes natural. You don't think about it anymore. Right now, you think about it because it's not natural to you. What happened? Okay? What happened is that if you practice the beneficial conduct that he's talking about, I Americanize this phrase for you, but to the Chinese, they're clear. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? When I talk about more beneficial conducts, this is what it means. But not to us in the English language. To the Chinese, that's what it means. Okay? It's implied. I like to spell it out for you because you are Americanized already. You're no longer pure Asians, thoroughbreds. You know what I mean? And some of you are not even Asian. Okay? Is that clear? What happens is that if every day you constantly benefit others, you stop thinking about it. That's what you do. I'm not talking about you every day, 24/7, I need to benefit one, I need to benefit. Can I benefit you? Can I benefit you? That's greed. Understand? That's extreme. We're talking about, this means that if you live your normal life and you have a chance to benefit someone, just benefit and move on. You don't think about it. That's what you do naturally. You don't think of yourself. You breathe, you eat, you walk, and then you say, oh, I can help. Let me help. And then when you're done, move on. And go back to your normal mode. Eating, drinking, sleeping, whatever, wearing and taking a shower and so forth. Be yourself. When you have a chance to help, just help. That's what it means. You cannot be obsessed about it. Master Huineng says, constantly, every day, practice benefiting others, and you become obsessed with it. That's insanity. We're talking about living normally, living a normal life. When we can help, we help, and then we drop it. We're done. Don't even remember. It's no big deal. Right now, for you, helping someone is, oh, I like to help someone. Oh, this makes you feel good. How petty you are. Okay? It also implies you are not obsessed about getting what you want to benefit yourself. And to benefit yourself, getting what you want is based upon, predicated upon what? All you think of is to benefit yourself. It's the exact opposite of this. That's why you're so miserable. You have no chance. Am I making sense? We are trained, we are taught, we are educated to benefit ourselves. If we don't, we are laughing stock of the world. It's, oh, how stupid he is. Yes? You're scared of that. Of people thinking you're stupid. Guess what? You think I'm stupid, so be it. It's funny. Can I share you a personal experience? I became a monk with all these big dreams. I would someday I'm going to have my own big temple. I would not call this big, by the way. Be honest with you. I'm thinking about more like a church, a real church, with a few acres worth of parking spaces. Is it reasonable or not? I'm not talking about building yet. I'm just talking about parking space in California, you know. It's premium. Parking space is unheard of in California, okay? It's a waste, especially in metropolitan areas. And then, so I have these big dreams, and, you know, if to justify my existence, I'm going to have a big church, and then I'm going to have, you know, a lot of disciples, you know, who help them, so forth. That's what most monks and nuns love to do. They justify their existence that way. They said, I'm going to make some sense out of my life, going to benefit a lot of people. And we come up with excuses. I'm in a big church. I'm going to have, you know, lots of disciples and become famous, you know, and so forth. You know, I spend a lot of money on charity, you know, projects and you know, donate to, you know, to worthy causes and so forth. All those are worldly things. Okay? And guess what? Very early on, they made sure to suffocate me immediately. He said, my own master's temple, they list on their own newsletters in Chinese, Vietnamese, English. They said, this novice here, okay, is a reject from us. Do not make any offerings to him. And which is a condemnation to death for people like us. We depend on your support. How the heck are we going to cultivate if you don't support us and you think that we are unworthy? Yes? Okay? So immediately they, you know, in Vietnamese, it's a bóp mũi. You know, they squeeze your nostrils like this so that you can't breathe anymore. And somehow I survived. Okay, I said, I'm going to get by without any support. I don't care. I will never ask for anything from anyone. And next, I finally became fully ordained. And guess what? They started slandering me. My master's own disciples. I'm doing their work for them, but they slandered me. And I said, okay, I'm going to need 10 years of my life to recover from this. And for most people in my position, a good student of mine who was very kind, he says, it's not good for you. I tell you what, my brother has a big temple in Thailand, a nice place. Go there. I give him a call. I said, nope. I'm going to stay here and do it. Close the way place, the small way place we have, and meditate. Okay? So you see, you endure those things, and naturally, whether you like or admire, it doesn't matter to you anymore. You still think it's a cool thing to help others because deep down you believe it's beneficial for you. Beneficial conduct here means that you just help others and you don't care. You just help others, that's what you do. You don't help yourself, you help others. You don't think of yourself, that's how you squish your ego. Attaining the way does not result from giving money. Giving money, not just money, giving in general. When he talks about giving money, he's referring to the act of giving. He's referring in particular to the Chinese, the Taiwanese, especially Taiwanese nowadays. In Taiwanese, the culture is to give money, support the way places. The monks and nuns in Taiwan are very well taken care of. And go to the temple, a good temple, you are well off. You expected to work 2 hours a day, okay? But they give you clothes, they give you pocket money, free rent, free food, fancy food, and everything, okay? Because the Taiwanese are very supportive of the temples. Korea, similarly, okay? The Koreans are very supportive of the big temples, the great temples. There's wisdom there, okay? So giving money here refers to the fact that you're giving, okay? And giving alone does not help you attain the way. Why not? Because giving simply creates blessings for you. In order for you to attain a way or become enlightened or open your real wisdom, you need to cultivate. That's why he says Bodhi can only be searched in the mind. That means Bodhi must be cultivated. You need to cultivate your mind. Okay? Wisdom. You want real wisdom? You must find it in your mind. You don't go outside. You don't need a temple. You don't need money. You don't need clothes. You don't need anything outside. You look at your mind. Somewhere in your mind is something called enlightenment. It's your treasure, folks. You want to be happy? Search in your mind. It's not outside of you. Don't think of, regular people, normal people. I talked to someone recently, said, I want to be happy. I said, but being happy by going to work or find a relationship, not you. You're still depressed. That's why you're not looking for a relationship. Okay, so if you do what ordinary people do, regular people do, okay, all the worldly things people do, will not bring you wisdom. I'm sorry. There's no wisdom in doing worldly things. Is that clear? I've yet to know anyone who became wiser and enlightened because they devote their lives on doing worldly things. You remember, this verse here is for the people who try to reach enlightenment. Okay, I'm not talking about you regular people. He's talking about if you're part of the elite who says enlightenment or wisdom or true happiness matter to me, are important to me, then it's bodhi that we're talking about. True happiness is called bodhi. Bodhi equals true happiness. Bodhi equals the biggest attainment you can ever achieve in your small life. And it can be done, he says here. You want that, it's right there in your mind. Don't go anywhere else. Don't look anywhere else. Are we talking about bodhi for you? What does it mean for you? Same thing. The things that are important to you in your secular life. You want lasting results? It comes from fixing your minds and removing the flaws in your mind. Case in point, can we talk about it? Can we talk turkey? I know some of you are vegetarian. Sushi maybe? Chicken sandwich? So what does it mean? Let's say you're happy. Anyone knows happiness? Why do I even bother with you? You guys are all losers. Huh? Look at you. Unhappy, 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 unhappy. Okay, forget it. Okay, let's move on. Hopeless. Assume, can we just, hypothetically speaking, let's say you're happy. Okay? You were happy once. Remember? You were happy once. How long did it last? Not very long. Why not? Because the mind wants more. Mind becomes more and says, I don't know. I don't know. I want more money. Yes? I want a bigger house, a nicer car, nicer clothes, more promotions. Yes? More love, more recognition. Yeah? Me, 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 me. Yeah? You see that? If you look just simply, if you don't buy into Bodhi enlightenment, so that's too far-fetched for me. I'm willing to negotiate with you, and let's talk about something called happiness. Huh? That's important to you. That's what all the Catholics and Christians are selling, happiness, huh? Success. You want success? We can talk about success as well. Bodhi is success. Bodhi is happiness. Whatever you want, that's Bodhi. Is that clear? Bodhi encompasses, comprises all that. It's important to you. You think after you become enlightened, then you become like a saint. You sit there and say, you guys are suffering so much. I'm so happy. No, not at all. Okay? Bodhi is whatever is important to you and more. Before you reach Bodhi, you need to be able to get what you want first. Yes? And then we know you. Once you get it, you want to get the nice car there. Now you want a red car, like me. Okay? And after I get my red car, I've been trying to get a red car for the last 16 years. No one is willing to give it to me. Okay? After I get my red car, I'm telling you. Okay? Then I want a helicopter. After that, I would like a yacht. Now I slow down a little bit, get a yacht. You see, the mind is never happy. But along that, that's part of Bodhi, believe it or not. The cultivators are not stupid people. Only stupid people say, I sit here, I meditate, I only stay behind the four walls. That's not Bodhi. Questions, comments? Why do I sound like a preacher? You shall be successful. You deserve to be successful. Hallelujah. Huh? Yes, 7. Back to reality.
Master, I have a question about resisting fear to run away. Sometimes I'm too scared, so even say hello to anyone is so scared, so I just want to run into my room and stay by myself, I get panic, so I cannot even I cannot do anything. In that case, how can I resist that fear of running away from the situation? Do I need to figure out its trigger?
You know what they did to Jesus when Jesus tried to run away? They nailed Jesus to the cross. I recommend that. When you're running away, you make sure you take out a big nail. You're right-handed or left-handed? Right-handed. You hold your big nail in your left hand, and the right hand take a hammer. You put it on, gently put it on your foot, and bang, bang, bang. Okay? As long as you indulge in running away, it will never go away. So what you do is, if it hurts, what you do is that you time yourself. It starts hurting, you say, 12:01, 12:02, okay? And you bear it until you can't take it anymore, and then you run away to your room. Next time you find the same person again, preferably, you talk to her. Is it her or he? Think of one person. That's the most scary.
He.
In Jewel Conk.
Her.
Her. Okay, Jewel Kong ladies, pay attention. You're scaring my nun here. You're hurting her. Okay? So next time you find the same person again, you say, 1, 1201, 1202, 1203. Oh, I push it to 20% longer than the last time. And you, ding! Okay, I'll be right back. And you disappear. So that's how you condition yourself. My point is that if you let yourself run away like that, you will never be able to overcome it. The way, the cultivation way, is to endure more each time. That's my recipe. Just endure more, endure more, endure more. And I know you reach your limit, you push yourself until it's 20% more, or 10% more, depending on how weak you are. Okay, you weaker, I go 10%. You even weaker, I go 5%. Even weaker, I go 1 second. You're training your mind to endure more and more and more instead of running away. That's the beneficial conduct he's talking about. When you endure suffering, you're practicing beneficial conduct.
But when I get panic, tear comes out and I just freeze, so I
Then you say,
look crazy.
then you tell that person in Jewel Kong, is she here there today right now?
I don't know.
Yes? Okay. You tell that person, it's gonna get ugly. Don't panic, okay? I will go crazy pretty soon, but don't panic, it's not your fault. You see? We're not afraid to reveal our weaknesses. We don't pretend. We don't run away from a problem. If there's a problem, we face it. We face it. We use that. We use that nasty lady at Jewel Kong. Can we call her nasty or nice? Okay. You use that encounter to toughen our skins. Taekwondo. You do Taekwondo? I learned in Vietnam, you put you hit your fist against this board here. Bang, bang, and it hurts like hell. The next day, you do the same thing. Bang, bang, and it starts bleeding. And the instructor says, don't stop. Next day, you keep going. And pretty soon, it doesn't hurt anymore. Taekwondo, your own country. Why am I teaching you this? I told you, you Koreans learn from the Vietnamese. That's the one thing that if you want to be trained by me, the first thing you have to prove to me is that you are willing to endure more and more and more every single time. I will not force you. I will not force you to endure more. You can run away anytime you feel like, but the more you endure, the more I will teach you. The less you're willing to endure, the less I teach you. That's all. You earn it. You earn my teaching. That's how you earn it. You don't earn it by giving me money. It helps, just to be clear. Okay, I can be bought. Is that clear? Your entire life, you keep on running away from problems. That's how you became a nun. I know that. But now you're a nun. You have nowhere else to run to. You run out, you're a failure. People in your family and the world will say, see, we know she's a failure. She would fail. Yes. 2.
Master, reading that line again, every day constantly practice the beneficial conduct, I feel like I really don't care about other people. I don't have any love or anything for other people. But then I try to do beneficial act for them, but deep down I know I really don't care. So I always feel like I'm faking it. Like I'm trying to be nice to other people and do things for them, but deep down it's all about me. And I can see that.
You sick.
I just...
What, you want me to praise you?
No, I'm just like trying to see like what is that we are trying...
What's the matter with you? Seriously, when you help someone, it means nothing to you? Listen. Listen to yourself. You telling me the people who receive your help are so thankless? You help them, they say, okay, thank you. That's it? You never ran to someone that you helped in the past and say, oh my God, I'm so grateful. Ever happened to you?
Yes, yeah.
How often? Not very often,
Not that
clearly.
often, yeah.
Not too often.
But I know I didn't do it for him, I did it for myself.
You're not helping others, you're helping yourself. Baloney. You're trying to pull some baloney on me. When you help yourself, you help yourself. Don't do it for yourself. You help others, you help others. When you help yourself. Let's be clear about it. When you help others for yourself, you're not helping others, you're helping yourself. Do we understand each other?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're helping others and say, I'm going to help others. Actually, I'm helping myself. Make up your mind. These Americans, they're weird. You know, Korean people, huh? Asian people, they're weird. They say, I'm helping others, but actually they're helping themselves. So typical. I'm doing charity work. Actually, you're charitying yourself. It's funny, you know, I read, you know, you Koreans don't have it in America. You often hear people who give like $100 million to a museum, to Philharmonic, to an opera, and so forth. You know, and you know, when I always chuckle when this guy who says, I gave $200 million to the foundation of the Philharmonic or the museum, okay? And then the requirement, listen, the requirements. You Koreans, you low-life people don't know about these things. These things interest me, okay? Because these people said, I gave $200 million to a museum. And in return, they put me on the board of directors. And guess what? I will approve their expenses, their major purchases, meaning that he didn't give the $200 million at all. He put it in the account of the museum, okay? But he's the one who signs the check still. That's not giving. I always chuckle at that. It's amazing. That's not giving. For us, the Buddhists, we give, it's gone. If you waste it, you throw it away, if you burn it, we don't care. We're done. That's called giving for us. Benefiting others, we benefit and we forget. We don't even know. Did I benefit you? Do we know each other? Have we met before? We look familiar. What's your name again? You help others, and you're telling me now you're helping yourself. Excuse me? But when you really help others, occasionally you find someone who's really grateful. Didn't you? At those moments, the joy came from those people who are grateful to you. That's enough. That's why joy grows when you give. You give, and most of them say, thank you. Okay, you have any more? Can I have more? Okay, you still give and give and give and give. Every now and then you find someone who says, oh, you saved my life. It happened to me. Yeah, I save, I help someone's son. Yeah. And then the mother and the father came to me and said, Master, you saved my life. Okay? I said, oh yeah? And 6 months later, they stabbed me in the back. I have no joy from helping those people. Okay? My point is that every now and then, most of the time you help people, they're ungrateful. They're a bunch of ingrates. You know what I mean? That's life. Okay, that's why you still practice beneficial conduct. When you help, really just for the sake of helping, you expect nothing. It doesn't matter they're grateful or not. Okay? And so most of the time they're ungrateful. That's when this guy here, who's so smart, he says, I know they're ungrateful, so the only reason I'm doing is because I'm actually helping myself. He has to justify himself, because otherwise I would stop. It's how poor his life is. He's helping people. Say, it hurts so much, it doesn't make sense for me, so it's got to be for myself, not for others. And then what happens to him, because he's so smart, once in a blue moon, someone who's grateful, he ignores it. He says, oh, this is not the norm. So it doesn't matter, these people are grateful to me.
I can't trust others when they say thanks, Master.
What did he say?
I can't trust others when they praise me.
They thank you?
Yeah, I don't know if they have an ulterior motive behind it. Maybe they want something else.
Your life is so screwed up, man. It's nothing wrong with trusting people. If they fool you, they fool you. What's the big deal? You're afraid to get fooled. I'm not afraid to get fooled. People steal from me, fool me all the time. You know, he's a professor. I was joking about this morning in the Chan lecture. I said, you professor, another professor here. And they said, you guys are so used to students coming to steal from you. Yes or no? Students come to steal from you. Yes or no? He has to think, this guy is so screwed up. When I was going to school, that's what I did to all my professors. You come and you scheme, you like playing soccer, to get what you want from the professor. Yes or no? That's what students do. Why? Because you have something they want. It's normal. You have something people want, they're going to try to steal from you. That's life. Where have you been? Spanish people different from American?
Well, I think the model is a little different. In USA, you must pay a lot of money for university. In Spain, it's more cheaper. And the relationship is completely different, I think, between students and professors.
Something wrong with the Spaniards.
Well, I didn't invent it.
Where have you been? You're so sheltered. Students steal from professors everywhere in the world. Okay, let's not get stuck on that. Jung, you came from Norway. Did you steal from your professors or not? He's from Spain. And Jung is Vietnamese, by the way. Okay? And he went to Norway. He went to university there. Yes, sir. Continue. Do you try to steal from your professors?
Unfortunately, not. I'm agree with Jesus.
Jesus, you mean?
Over there, I don't think with the intention of student that steal anything from the professor, because everything is free over there. So we don't have that intention.
I
School
hate
is
Europeans.
free, education is free, everything.
Okay, forget about the Vietnamese and Europeans. How about Korea? Koreans, do you steal from your professors, your teachers? Yes or no? What? Koreans, I don't know. If I say anything bad, they will judge me. Huh? Do you steal? What do you do things to manipulate your professor so that they give you a better grade? Yes or no? Yeah, the Europeans say stealing for them is like, no, I take money from the professor's drawers or something. What I mean by stealing from the professors, they do things to get a better grade. Because you decide what grade to give them. That's why they need to do things to make sure you get a better grade than they deserve. No? Not true? Yeah, but...
Yes, but the only thing they do is crying.
They what?
Crying also.
That's stealing, you...
They don't...
You idiot!
They don't try to...
We students are capable of anything to get a better grade. That's what I'm talking about.
Maybe they are lacking imagination.
The grade
Yeah.
is forever. Don't you get it? On our record. Forever. It affects our jobs, affects grad school, affects everything. It's a label. That lasts forever, the rest of your life. Whenever I look at someone, look at what is your GPA? Which school do you go to? What courses you took? All those things are forever. And your grade there in that course, in the average GPA and the course you took, okay, matter in my decision to hire you or not. What are you talking about? Have you ever had to look for a job yourself, sir? That's what we do. We look at your grade. Something wrong with the Spanish university students. Huh? What do you mean I'm right? Something wrong with your Spanish university students?
No, the Spanish society is not so organized like USA, or I was already true in Germany. There is different. For instance, if I look for a job in Germany, they look for my grades, but in Spain it's not such important. It's more personal relationships and friendship and something like that.
That's why you're so backward.
Yes.
You're so slow, you're so, complacent. In America, we're so competitive. In Korea too. They don't say anything like Korean. Look at them. They're all like, I don't know what he's talking about. Okay? As long as there's competition, okay, people will steal. Yes, I can understand a European culture where it's not a lot of mobility, so your reputation matters. Okay, same thing in Korea, your reputation matters. Okay, but the temptation, okay, to manipulate, to obfuscate, to pull strings so that you get more than you deserve. That's what I call stealing. Stealing is taking something that you don't deserve, that doesn't belong to you. Never mind. Okay. Europeans are weird. Go forest. No wonder.
Master, this type of stealing you're talking about is not the precept, is it?
Not precisely precept, but it's also precepts.
Okay, thank you, Master.
I'm talking about the mind that is greedy and it tries to gain advantages that it doesn't deserve. Maybe I'm biased because I came from a very competitive background where maybe in the sense that the elite students, the top-notch students are very competitive. And part of the competition is to cheat. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. You want to win, you have to cheat. That comes with knowing how to win. Go forth.
So, Master, this applies to everyone, right? Like people in the workplace.
Everyone, everywhere.
Everywhere. It's not just students.
It's only because we are short-sighted that we feel compelled to cheat in order to win. We don't understand what winning is. Gains is. Gain is right here. The real gain is beneficial conduct. It's not the small raise or the small recognition or whatever small thing you're shooting for, your small self shooting for. The real gain is this thing here. When you take a loss, you gain big time. The bigger loss you're willing to take, the bigger your gains. It's like investing. Investments. You invest your losses are smaller compared to the gain you're getting back. That's wisdom, folks. The Buddhists will not teach you to do something that is detrimental to you. You buy that or not? If you teach you all these things and they sound big and so forth, it sounds completely stupid to you, but actually it's wisdom because it's very advantageous for you to practice taking losses. Beneficial conduct means you have to take losses. That's the only way to benefit others is to take losses. That's why you don't think of getting what you want. You don't think of personal gain. You think of others' gains. That's how you gain in the end. Otherwise, it's not called wisdom. It's not called bodhi. Questions, comments? Yes, 5.
Master, we're still talking about student-professor relationships, yes?
Yes, sir.
Couple of things. On the subject of greed, greed has a lot to do with the quest for knowledge. Without it, you're not going to be able to push yourself and do what you need to do to find the answers for the subject that you're so compelled to study.
Yes.
And number 2, I don't know where you all went to college. I would think that in my college, and my experience was, the only thing that we would attempt to cheat or steal towards or vis-a-vis the professor would be his or her time. And the only way you could get more time is to act like you're a serious student. And so
That's stealing.
I wouldn't see it as stealing. If you can show that your time with that professor and well, let's ask the professors here. They're going to have to choose who they want to entertain their time with in class. So you're comparing someone that's serious, that wants knowledge, wants to pick the professor's brain, and other people that come into the office and say, what do I have to do to get an A? So if you're a professor, which one of those people are you going to spend time with?
I don't know, I'm not a professor. Can you answer that? Jesus?
To spend more time with people that are interested in the subject. And
See, that's why I don't care. My job as a professor personally, okay?
yes,
I don't care about time. I don't care about things. I look at the results. If the person has potential, I spend time. Doesn't have potential, I don't waste my time. Right now, too. You don't have to kiss up to me. You don't have to do things to draw my attention. I look at you, I size you up immediately already. Before you even know it. Yes, 8.
From Jane, I fully agree students stealing from professors. Master
See?
taught me...
Canadians are also nasty like Americans.
Master taught me to let them take advantage of me. It opened my heart and changed my paradigm. I started to give to my students willingly.
Precisely. What are you afraid of? Let them steal. Because that's part of the learning as well. You only look at the negative part where they're stealing from you. Actually, it's very hard to steal from the professors because they've seen so many students already. So it's kind of a fun thing, you know? Contrary to the loser Vietnamese in Norway and your Spanish students, I love it when, if I were a professor, but the students come and try to steal from me because I'm going to teach them how it's very hard to do it to me. And it's part of the lessons, you know, part of life. It's not as a subject, it's about, you talk about interaction relationships. That's what I'm going to teach them as well. You understand? Does it make sense to you? It's not just grades, it's about interactions. You want to steal from me? Come, let's give it a try. Please give it a try. I teach you. I embrace you as you are. I don't say you try to steal from me as meant to be a bad thing. It's just a natural tendency for us. It's called greed. One form or the other, as long as you have greed, you try to get more than you deserve. That's greed. He's trying to tell us that Spanish students are not greedy. Yes, they are. They steal from him in ways that he doesn't even want to talk about. Greed is stealing. That's normal. No? Don't go to his university. They only have saints there. Okay? How do we get this deep into stealing again? So, if you just help, and what you do, this gentleman does, is he rationalizes. He says, most people, when I help them, they're ungrateful, and therefore, clearly, if I keep on doing this, the only reason is for me, actually, I'm helping myself. It's true. But in doing that, it's rationalizing, it's fooling yourself. Because then you overlook the people who really are grateful, the few of them who are grateful. And you're depriving yourself from the true joy of those people, sharing the joy of those people. Don't need to rationalize. You give, just give. You're done. Yes, too.
To want to kind of clarify what you're saying. So basically, don't evaluate the worthiness of the one who is receiving. Even if they take advantage of my offering, let them do it.
Yeah. You decide to, here, I give you. That's it. Whether you're worthy or not is irrelevant. Beneficial conduct is that I give you something that's useful to you. It's good for you. I'm done. You stop right there. You're free. You give, you drop it immediately. Meaning, and they ask you, you don't tell yourself, like this lady here, I just helped someone. I feel so good. Don't be petty like her. Okay, you give and you forget immediately. Because you give like those that rich man who gave $200 million to a museum. He still carries the back, and his $200 million is still in his pocket, practically. Huh? To give is to free yourself from it, not to enslave yourself. And that's the art of Buddhist giving. You give and you forget immediately. That's it. It's that simple. You give and you drop it. You give, here, take it, and you're done.
Thank you, Master.
You see, when I give to you and I'm afraid that, that I ask myself, how much does it cost if I drop it? That's not giving. You give and you're done. Whatever you want, you throw it away or you stomp it and you burn it. It doesn't matter. You sell it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm done. It's all yours. Let's go freedom. Freedom from your own good deeds. Freedom from being free from your giving. Questions, comments? And that's why I don't believe in no way person. I don't trust people who say, I never tried to steal from my professor. What's the matter with you? Yes. 7.
Master, how to benefit others? I'm worried if I see someone that I have a thought I want to help, but even asking them, can I help you, can be bothering for them. So I stop myself constantly.
From asking for help? Or from giving?
From asking them, can I help you, or like giving something or helping.
You ask them, can I give you a car?
No.
Seriously? I don't understand the question.
I mean,
Give me an example.
like I have snacks, so I saw someone I want to give, but
Give what?
give snack that I like, but
Snack?
Yes, but I want to give, but what if that person doesn't want to receive, but they just...
That's stupid
Yes.
giving. When you give something they don't want to receive. That's not giving, that's stupidity. This girl is so confused.
So don't give?
When you give them poison, how is it beneficial? What's the matter with you?
Okay, I'm not gonna give.
Don't you dare give me your snacks. I will kill you. Yes, 8.
Master, she wants to share the snacks with somebody, but she's afraid they're going to refuse it.
That's different. That's not the same thing as a giving. You give because it's beneficial to them. You know it's beneficial. If it's not beneficial, it's not called giving. It's called dumping.
Sure, to them.
Share a snack with them?
Not just snack.
Where have you been? Which temple do you belong to? God, I would like to talk to your master. Slap him in the face a few times. Yeah.
Master, I think she's asking...
It takes 2 of you to justify what? Seriously? Yes.
She has this... she wants to give, but then she doesn't know how. I think that's what she's asking. She has this fear of... It goes back to fear.
Fear what?
Right? It's more her fear.
Fear what? Give me an example. Don't talk to me about fear. Fear what? Are you afraid to be slapped in the face? Are you afraid they're going to laugh at you? Are you afraid they're going to say no to your snack? Be specific. Don't say, I don't know what to do.
Everything that you...
Everything, then why are you still alive?
I want to die.
Who accepted you? Who allowed you to become a nun? What is this stupid master of yours?
Really, can I kill myself then? I want to die.
What's his name? Huh? God, why is she so confused?
Sometimes if
Now it's a third person.
sometimes if you ask people like, do you need help? They may take it as an offensive thing. What? I don't need any help. Why are you asking me? So I thought maybe something along that line. She's kind of feeling like if she wants to ask someone, do you need help? But she don't know how they will take it.
Is that right? No. That includes that as well. She's totally confused. And you know, it's funny thing. I heard all my people in Korea telling me she's very bright. Not. If I know. Anyway, too late. JMT.
저의 경우는 과자가 필요해서 줬는데 뒤에 칼을 꽂고 제가 두려워하는 포인트는 왜 굳이 내가 손해를 가면서 과자를 주고 뒤통수를 맞는가 그거에 대한 제가 두려움이 있습니다.
In my case, when I give something, I have some fear that the other person might attack me. So why should I give to those people taking loss? Why should I take a loss?
I don't know what to do with you. Okay, go for us. God, Koreans are weird. Okay, let's hear from the sane Americans.
I have a slightly different comment. I was reading Master Yingguang recently, and then he said that before you are liberated, benefiting others is benefiting yourself, and then only the great bodhisattva should talk about benefiting others. Before that, you should focus on. Yeah, and before that, like talking about benefiting others is actually benefiting yourself. So I think Master, you said similar things before too.
Do not quote me against me.
What I was quoting before was from Master Yingguang.
Go back to China. Anyone else? Yes, 8.
From Lyle, how do we know I deserve something or not precisely? I know something belongs to me or not for sure, but to know I deserve something or not, which requires value evaluation on myself.
Why do you have to deserve something? You don't have to deserve anything. They give because they give. It doesn't have to make sense. You're trying to rationalize everything. Giving is just, would you like some tea? He want to give you some tea. It's not because you need tea, but because I want to show you my kind heart. Can I just offer you my kindness? Would you like some tea? And if you say, no, I don't drink tea, don't you know better? I say, okay, excuse me. And my message to you, you don't know you're missing. Dude. Yes, sir, in the back.
Master, if someone gives us something that we don't want, we don't need, can we just say we don't want, we don't need, instead of accepting it?
Yeah, I said,
Be ourselves.
Be yourself.
But then when we be ourselves, we will be offended the person that they wanted to give. And
Precisely, so that they'll never bother you again. And that's what the risk they're taking when they try to give to us. Idiots. Yeah, this one is, I give, I have to be successful. Who cares? You give out of kindness. You give out of caring. That's all that matters to you. Whether it's successful or not is not relevant. When I said beneficial conduct, Koreans pay attention. It seems the Koreans are the ones who are confused. Spaniards too. Norwegians too. When you give, when it's called beneficial conduct, is that you try to benefit someone. It doesn't mean you'll be successful. You're so obsessed with success. What's the matter with you Koreans? What's the matter with you Spaniards? What's the matter with you Norwegians? We give because we attempt to benefit you, but we try. That's all we do. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are not requiring you to be successful when you do beneficial conduct. Then Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in that case will be so small-minded. They give you an example to relieve your fears of effectiveness and of benefiting others. Very often, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, when they give to us, we don't realize the benefits. That's why we're ungrateful. Do you hear me? Bodhisattvas, when they benefit us, we don't even know. Unlike you, when you give, you want to say, hey, is that really beneficial? You give. That's all you learn. You give from your heart. You give. That's all. Give an example. There's some kids who came to the temple this morning, Chinese kids. You know what I mean? And I didn't know what they wanted. I always gave them some chocolate. Today, I said, I don't want to give them chocolate. It's going to be in habit. Next week, I won't be here. No one's going to give them chocolate. Okay? So I brought over some Korean snacks and opened it and said, some Korean snacks. I didn't know whether it would work or not. I didn't care. But the kids are so sensitive. They liked it. They liked the fact I said, I gave them something. I want to give you something. I think I got like one piece of it. Korean stuff. We like Chinese, not Korean stuff. You know what I mean? Very Chinese people. The point here is that the kids, even though they don't seem to appreciate the snack, because if I did, I would keep the whole bag. Agree? They didn't keep the bag, they pass it on. Something wrong with these kids. Anyway, but they like the fact that I pay attention to them. Have you thought about it? Kids are not as stupid as you think they are. It may not be exactly what they want, but they flag the fact that, oh, the master came and paid attention to me. That's giving, folks. Even though you don't like it, they don't like it. They appreciate the fact that we try. We think they're important enough that we try to give to them. You're so small-minded. You only want results. You want, do you like it or is it successful? The minimum effect you have is that your good heart, your kindness is demonstrated by the giving act. That's enough right there. Yes, Taiwan.
Master, I just want to share that what I heard of everyone's questions about giving seems to fall within more that from their past interaction with people and their experience of giving that gives them some kind of social anxiety.
Social anxiety?
Yeah, like it seems like they had anxieties in just approaching people just to give and fear.
I'm talking about normal people. Who else is there? Is that not someone else? Go first. What happened? Somebody chickened out?
Yes, Master. I think regarding the question that a lot of people tried to translate, I guess what I heard was that she's scared of asking people if she could give something to them. So it's the social anxiety aspect again.
Don't ask, just give. And they can always turn you down. Why have to be high? Why have to be fearful to ask? There's no need to be afraid. If they turn you down, they don't like it. What they still register is that a clumsy attempt of kindness in their mind. It's still okay. It's beneficial to them because you deem them to be worthy, to try to be kind to them. That benefits them. That makes them feel better about themselves. A little bit. But no, you want, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're really so beneficial to me. Anything else? Go forth. We're going to be here until 3 p.m. if I need to. We're supposed to end at 2:30, just in case you forgot. Go ahead, go forth.
Thank you, Master. I think that just like how you mentioned about messing up, giving skillfully is a skill. So we're gonna mess up. We're gonna make people feel uncomfortable, and we're gonna have to just learn from that and learn how to give gracefully and make it not other person be awkward and stuff like that.
You people, I'm giving up on you. What is the matter with you? Let me explain the giving beneficial conduct for you. It means you try to benefit others through giving. Okay? You give. You give. You decide, I'm going to give to you. Whether a form in terms, would you like to have a cup of tea? Okay? That's giving of kindness right there. And that's it. That's good enough. Whether it's accepted, whether it works or not, is irrelevant. It's an act of trying to benefit someone. Buddhism doesn't the 6 patriarch here doesn't require you to be successful. He's teaching about your heart, giving from your heart. Say, I want to try to benefit you. That's all. Is it clear? Because you don't have enough wisdom to be able to give properly. But so you first learn by trying, okay? Out of the kindness with your heart. That's all you do. And eventually later when you have more wisdom, then you know when to give, when not to give. That's different. But what's constant is that this mind here, that's out of kindness and compassion, that you trying to benefit them. And even if you're a bodhisattva, you benefit them, they still spit in your face. That's perfectly okay. Yes, DTT.
Yes, Master. You were explaining beneficial conduct in Buddhism. In America, they have a term good deed. Could you explain the difference between good deed and beneficial conduct?
What?
Is the good deed in
good deed?
Yeah, is it different from beneficial conduct?
Yeah.
Could you explain the difference?
The good deed has to be good.
That's I understood.
Beneficial conduct doesn't need to benefit. It's the same thing. What do you want from me? God, I'm running out of time. You ask about the same thing. A good deed is from the goodness of your heart. Is that clear? When we say here in America, we say, do a good deed. It's the same concept. It's not like you must do some good. You're doing something out of the goodness in your heart. And that's what's commonly misunderstood in America. Good deed is not that you benefit someone. It's the same concept. Good deed is that you do it out of the goodness of your heart. Okay? And it's supposed to be beneficial. But it's not always beneficial. You find out. Okay? For example, you do a good deed is to give someone $5, hoping they use it to buy money, to use the money to buy some food for themselves. But actually, they use the money to buy drugs. It's still a good deed to me because it comes from your goodness, your heart. Is it clear? Does it help? Same exact concept.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That's what you're learning. That's why you don't make fun of the charity things and the all those feeble attempts to help others. They're called good deeds. It's also called beneficial conduct from our perspective. But when we talk about beneficial conduct, it's a training process. That you start first with that, doing a good deed out of goodness of your heart, and eventually as you continue your practice, you will help you open your wisdom. So that's the difference between a good deed and beneficial conduct. A good deed is from goodness in your heart. Beneficial conduct, the difference with that is also a good deed. However, it has the effect, if you do it right, it has the effect of growing your heart to be bigger and bigger and bigger and open your wisdom. That's the only difference. A beneficial conduct for us is a training, part of our training. That's why we don't call it good deed. We call it beneficial conduct. Why? Because good deed is simply based on your goodness, your heart, but also makes you feel good about it. Unfortunately, from a worldly perspective, in Buddhism, beneficial is that we benefit others at our own expense. We take a loss. In the American use of good deed is that they're gaining from, I'm a superior person. I do good deeds. You do good deeds, you are a better person than me. No. When we do beneficial conduct, we're not better than anyone else. We just do beneficial conduct. Is that clear? So it's the same, but it's actually different in the end, because beneficial conduct is a form of cultivation. Good deed is not necessarily conducive to you becoming a better person. A good deed, you keep on doing good deeds, you could be, like that person who does good deeds by giving $200 million to the museum. It's the same person. It's still a good deed, don't you think? Huh? It's a good deed too. It's also beneficial conduct. The difference is that his wisdom doesn't grow at all.
You win.
Yeah? And then the obvious question is, if they give me $200 million, should I accept it? I don't know. I can be bought. That's my only response. You understand? All right. Time is up. Thank you, everyone.